Welcome back. My name is Eric Saeed Green. I am your host, and this is Borderless Black. Please like and subscribe. Alright, so as I promised on my very first video, I'm going to give you the experience of a black person in Europe. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been here for 23 years, and my racism experience has not been that high because I'm also comparing racism to America. You know, in America, like racism is professionalized. These are top-notch people. They can be racist with the best of them. You know what I mean? So, but here in Germany, if racism were Coca-Cola, like here in Germany, it would be racism light. It's just different. For example, 14 years old, I'm driving up the street with my older brother and a friend. We're driving up, 3 black kids in the car. The cops pull us over with their guns drawn. 14 years old, I'm like, okay, this is crazy. They tried to say that the car was stolen. Turns out, of course, it wasn't stolen. So they let us go about, 10 minutes later. But it's like you had to have your guns out. That's racism, right? That's racism. So when I come over here and I come in contact with foolish people, I'm just like, okay, I'm making the comparison. I'm like, okay, racism light. It's just different. Now, that is not to say that racism does not exist here. It's just that because of my past experience and how I compare things, it just doesn't bother me as much. Now, there have been people that have been involved in racism over here. Do not misunderstand that. There is racism here, but it's also not 1940 over here when Hitler was walking around just doing a bunch of crazy stuff. It's a different situation. Now, going back to the experience, I will say that the experience for Black Americans is different than the experience for Africans. Much different experience because Africans are seen different. If we think about the continent of Africa, a lot of people see Africa as a poor place. Now, I've been to Africa, different countries within Africa. It's a beautiful place, very intelligent people. It's not what you see on the news. It's not the same as the media, right? Every country has a poor part. Every continent has a poor part to it, but for whatever reason, Africa is seen completely different and is promoted completely different. So when an African person comes to Europe, they're seen as escaping a poor environment. That's automatically attached to them, no matter what skill they have, whether they be a doctor, a lawyer, an IT specialist. Oh, you're trying to escape something and come over here and live the good life. So when they come over to Europe, a lot of times, that's how they're seen. And so they're treated accordingly. As far as a Black American, I come from a rich environment, right? Even though I did live in the ghetto, which is a poor environment within a rich environment, which makes it even worse. But they don't see it all that way. They just see, oh, you're leaving America. So they don't see it as me escaping America. I'm stepping out of America by choice, right? Now, there are stereotypes that is attached to me, right? You're hip hop, right? You're from the ghetto. You're a hood, all you know is hip hop. Oh, you dance good, right? Oh, you're cool. So when I talk to you, I want to be cool. You know what I mean? Hey, what's going on, bro? You know what I mean? So it's definitely a different experience. And so let me give you an example. I was a consultant at another job, and I'm in the kitchen one day, grabbing myself a latte macchiato. I'm fancy sometimes, right? And my German colleague comes up to me. Hey, Eric, how's it going? Hey, what's going on, man? Good morning. Hey, how was your weekend? My weekend was good, but how about yours? It was good. It was good. Can I ask you a question? Why can't we say the N-word? And I'm like, huh? Like, that's the conversation you want to bring to me? Like, early in the morning while I'm sitting here drinking my latte macchiato? Like, what's going on with you, man? But you know what? I wasn't too bothered by it. I was shocked by it for sure, but I wasn't too bothered by it. I'm like, okay, let me take time to educate this guy because obviously he doesn't know. Now, I didn't necessarily see that as racism. I just saw that as foolishness. I see it as ignorance, right? Because why would you come up to a black person early in the morning or at all and make that the conversation? Why do you want to say that word so much? Do you have no idea the history of it, right? So I see it as ignorance. You have no idea the history of it. And so I deal with it differently. Now, if I were in America, it'd be maybe a different situation, but even still, I still have the decision as to whether or not I'm going to react crazy. Now, with this guy, I took the time and I explained it to him. And then from that point on, he went his way and I went mine. No more conversations for you, buddy. All of your conversation credits have run out. Right? So that's just how it's going to be for that point on. Right? And so I've come in contact with stuff like that, but it doesn't bother me as much because I'm always going back to, okay, how is racism in America versus how it is over here? I'm always making that comparison. Now, the way I look at racist people, not just foolish people that ask stupid questions, but just racist people in general, I deal with racist people the same way I would a person with a mental illness, right? If you see a person that has a mental illness and they're coming up to you every day, and they're swinging on you, then you look at it differently because you know they have a mental illness. It's like, hey, it's okay. He has a mental illness. Hey, buddy, calm down. That's not how you do things here. You know, you don't want to hurt people, and you take the time and you explain it to the person, and you don't take as much offense to it because you know they have a mental illness. And so I see people who are racist the same exact way. I'm like, hey, let me take some time to explain to you why that's the wrong thought process, because you don't know their history. That could be exactly the way that they were raised. I mean, their grandfather was like that. They pass it on to their child, and he passed it on to his child. And it's like, at some point we have to stop it. But the only way we can stop it is if we take the time to educate these people so that then they can educate their children. Now, those of my black people who are saying, hey, that's not my responsibility. Why should I have to stop my day and educate this person? Aren't they grown? They're an adult. They went to school. They learned. They know this. They know that. And I 100% understand. And I won't knock you at all for that. But me, I don't know. I take a different approach. I look at it as, okay, I'm looking out. In my mind, I'm looking out for the next black person that comes along. Because if I get this guy to start thinking in the right way, and he's teaching his friends and his family start thinking in the right way, then the next black person that comes along, they don't have to deal with what I dealt with, right? And so that's just my thought process on it. Now, if it's physical, that's something different. Then you handle things accordingly, right? It's a physical attack. If it's systematic, then you handle things accordingly. You start reading more. You start educating yourself. You start finding the different loopholes, the different ways that you can get around that system that has been in place. Or if it's simply you want to ask stupid questions early in the morning at the coffee machine, I don't have to talk to you anymore. So you deal with it accordingly. But that's my approach, right? That's my approach, and I'm standing on it. But that has been my time here. My name is Eric Saeed Green. This is Borderless Black. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Until then.